In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the three main components involved in the handstand: the kick-up, balance, and getting down safely. Stick around. Like and subscribe for more awesome handstand and movement related content, and also remember to sign up to my free handstand course. You find a link under the video. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the most important cues when practicing the kick-up, so you can start getting into the handstand with more ease and control. The kick-up is the starting point of the practice, and by understanding the mechanics, you set a strong foundation so you can start entering the handstand more efficiently. I'll show you two easy and effective ways to practice balance using the wall, so you can start getting to know your body upside down with the right technique, speeding up your progress in learning the handstand. You'll also learn how to safely start practicing falling. Learning how to fall will make everything much easier, and by practicing it in a systematic way will help you feeling more and more confident when upside down on two hands. So you can start focusing on learning to balance rather than if you'll catch yourself or not when you fall. Alright, let's get into the content of this video. When practicing a skill like the handstand, it's important to remember that training often and short, rather than once a week for 3 hours, is the way to go. You want to let your wrist slowly adapt to the load, and by doing little every day or perhaps every other day will reduce the risk of you getting injured. When starting out, doing a warm-up and then training for perhaps 10 to 15 minutes might be enough. Balance is in one way an automated process, and when well practiced, your body will do it for you. You don't think about falling when standing on 2 feet, do you? It's because you've done it so much, you no longer need to actively think about it to keep yourself up. When you start practicing the kick-up, there's a few things to keep in mind. Start by placing your shoulders above your hands or slightly in front. Next is what is referred to as scapular elevation. This simply means bringing your shoulder up towards your ear. Find a good distance to place your feet, not too close, not too far off. Avoid bending the arms. Elevating and pushing through the shoulders, picking one leg, keeping it straight. We'll start by just doing the lift up, the first bit that takes you off the floor. With so many things to think about, it's important to practice these until you no longer need to actively do so. Rushing will only implement bad habits, which will make the learning process longer. Practicing this with quality, checking every cue, and by making sure your body is in place will speed up this process a lot. So remember, quality over quantity. The first balance exercise will also present an opportunity to practice the kick-up in full motion, but with the safety of the wall to catch you if you don't yet feel comfortable falling out of the handstand. Checking off all the cues from the last exercise before kicking up to the wall. Start by elevating your shoulders, pushing away the floor. When up, find your shoulder position above the hands and your hips above your shoulders. Try not to bend the elbows. Start by slowly taking one leg off of the wall. Trying not to kick with the other one. Balance is very delicate and needs to be felt, and this can only be done by moving slowly. If you fall, simply take a rest and give it another go. Keeping the legs scissored will be helpful at first when finding balance, and as you progress, you can start bringing the legs together into the straight handstand position. As this first exercise is helpful in practicing the kick-up, the next one will be for practicing falling out of the handstand. And before we get into the balance part of it, let's break down how you can practice falling without the support of the wall. Falling over when in the handstand position is at its last stage a matter of simply trusting the body to catch you when falling over. Easier said than done, we need to build up confidence when practicing at a manageable level. Start with your back to the wall and imagine that falling straight ahead is the goal. Looking either left or right, imagine falling as close to the wall as possible will be the first step. Then slowly start moving further and further on that scale, closer to straight ahead. Start in an outward facing dog, heels up against the wall. Bring first one leg up, then the other. When we remove the security of the wall, it's likely that fear might arise, which is perfectly natural if you're putting your body into a position it's not used to, with little or no experience of getting out safely. First step will be getting out of this position in line with the wall. Then as you start building confidence, coming closer and closer with your chest up against the wall, falling further and further onto that scale which we mapped out earlier. Keep repeating this in your training and challenge yourself. With consistency, you'll be building up to falling straight away from the wall in just a matter of time. When you begin feeling comfortable falling with no wall supporting you, it's time to start practicing balance with your chest to the wall. This has some benefits over back to wall, one being your hips are in a more preferable position and your lower back are less likely to arch. Same concept applies here. Elevating the scapula, pushing away the floor, finding your shoulder position over your hands. Start by slowly taking one leg off of the wall, trying not to kick with the other one. Slowly finding and feeling that point of balance. Then either reset by coming back to the wall or allow yourself to fall and refine the art of getting out of the handstand safely.